Hey guys, welcome back to the second episode of the What's in My Pack series. Today we're going to talk about the shoot kit. What I call the shoot kit is my little bag of goodies here that I keep organized so that I can just grab this pouch and these two items and move away from my pack and take a long range shot. Okay, the whole idea behind the shoot kit is that it allows me to quickly grab this pile of gear out of my pack and move to a firing position. I'm not tied into picking each piece of gear that I need out of my pack, because usually those packs are pretty big and stuff can get lost in them. The other advantage to this is you can easily grab this pile of gear and just go shoot somewhere. You don't have to take your whole pack with you if you don't want to. You can bring a rifle and a drag bag and just take off. It's really convenient. So I use a lot of these plastic S-beaners to attach gear to my pack and to hook gear to itself. So what I've been using forever now are just simple Peltor shotgunner hearing protectors. They work very well, they're cheap, they fit just about everybody, and I don't have any problem at all getting a good cheek weld on my rifles with them. I also have my rear bag, which is a Wilderness Tactical. I think this is either a 3x5 or a 4x6. I'm pretty sure it's a 3x5, but anyway, it's a Wilderness Tactical, and I took a piece of paracord and just tied it to the handhold here so that I can hook it to things real easy. Alright, so let's move this stuff out of the way. Okay, first of all, the bag itself that I keep all stuff in is a Kifaru pullout. This is the Cordura model. This is really tough. I've had this for going on 3 years now, and it gets dropped on the ground, thrown, dragged, everything. All kinds of really crappy conditions, and as you can see, it's held up really well. There's no holes in it or anything. It's really tough piece of gear. I have a lot of Kifaru pullouts. I like them. I use them for organizing all my gear. Okay, so right on top inside the bag, I keep my Kestrel. This one is the Kestrel 4500 AB. This is the one that has the applied ballistic solver built into it. I used it for 4 or 5 months this year and really like it. It's super fast, super simple. It gives you everything you need in one package, the ability to read the wind and your environmentals if you want to run off of another ballistic solver, or you can just use the applied ballistic solver built right into it. It's been really good, it's been accurate. I really liked using it. Before I had that, I used a Kestrel 3500. This is a pretty simple model. I'll probably just keep this forever because it seems to be pretty bulletproof. It's slim. It does everything you need it to do to take a long range shot. It's a great little unit. Now for the rest of this year, I'll be trying the new AB Kestrel. This is the Applied Ballistics Elite with Link. I think what it'll do is it'll allow me to sync it up with my iPhone. Time will tell, but come probably late spring or so, I'll have a full review on this little unit. It looks pretty good. It's roughly the same size as the old AB. It's got a little bit different backlighting on the screen. Looks like it's going to be a little bit easier to see. Although I didn't have any problems with the other AB, it actually surprised me. Okay, so as we move further into the pouch here, I have an extra magazine. This is from when I was hunting with the 260 this fall for deer. So I keep an extra magazine for my 260. And then right next to that is my rangefinder. This is a Leica 1600B. I really like this rangefinder. I don't think for the money that it can be beat right now. It's been a really good rangefinder, super accurate. It's it's just near indestructible. I've gotten it wet, frozen it, ice, snow, dust, dirt, everything on it, and it just keeps working. Really like this rangefinder. You'll notice on a lot of my gear, I tie off these little cords. These are little chunks of reflective cord. It's MSR stuff. It's the same kind of things they put on their groundhog stakes. I put them on there so in case I put that on the ground somewhere, if I'm in a hurry and I put it down and it's getting dark and I can't find that gear, all I have to do is shine a flashlight and those cords will just stand out like sunlight. Really good stuff. Okay, so the next item I have in here, and sometimes I don't carry this in my pouch, sometimes it's in my bag separate. This is the Accuracy First Whiz Wheel. This is kind of the Whiz Bang Cool Kit. This one has everything to it, including the pouch, but inside I've got the Whiz Wheel, which is the ballistic solver. It's an analog solver. I really, really like this. I think it's underutilized by people. I mean, look how small that is. You don't have to feed it batteries. You can't hurt it by freezing it or getting it wet or getting it dirty. And it will do everything as a solver that unit right there will do out to about 1,300 yards. It really can't be beat for the money. Anyway, this is the Whiz Wheel. I have a full video review of this as well as a written review on rockslide.com. This one has all the extra wheels in it for all my rifles that I hunt with. On the other side, I keep a notebook and a Write in the Rain pen. Okay, and as I go further down, right here's my data book. This is the book that I write down all kinds of stuff in, including building range cards when I get to a place I want to hunt. It too has a Write in the Rain tablet in it. I keep notes on it, in fact, some of these notes are from January of last year when we shot a small game shoot. But it's got all kinds of stuff in it. Data from shooting in different places, range cards, and you can use this every year when you go back to those places. But I keep a couple of Write in the Rain pencils, some dope charts, some cosine to degree conversion charts, things like that. An extra hex wrench for my Night Force scopes. That's pretty much it. On the zipper, keep a real basic thermometer. I can use a thermometer and a topo map along with my Whiz Wheel and get my DA, my density altitude that I need to correct for. I keep a spud for cleaning optics. Okay, down here in the bottom we've got a bag. It's got an extra battery for the rangefinder, a couple extra batteries for headlamps, rubber bands, muzzle covers, which are just party balloons, these black party balloons for covering up a muzzle brake. Extra tools again for changing the turret settings on my scopes, and another spud. And then I've got a compass in case I need to take into account Coriolis for a long range shot. Plus, if I need to recover the animal that I've just shot, I can use this to take a heading to exactly where the animal is and then shoot back to where I shot from to help me find the animal. Okay, down here at the bottom, a simple little screwdriver because you just never know. A copy of my suppressor stamp in case I'm hunting with a suppressor. And that's it. That's all the shoot kit. One of the most common questions I get is what kind of ammo pouch is that you're using? There's a couple of different ways you can manage your ammunition. What I've always used are these Blackhawk 20 round pouches, and they're designed for 308 ammo, but they will fit Ultramag cases. And if you're running a 338 Edge with a standard seating length, you can put 20 of them in here. With my Plus P Edge, I can only put 10 of them in there because of the length. They overlap, and if I try to do it, they'll hang out the sides, and so I just give up and I say, okay, I can put 10 in it. I only have 8 in it right now, but this will carry 10. If I'm in a hunting situation, usually that's how many I have is 10. If I'm out practicing and I'm going to be banging a bunch of rocks, I'll carry 20, so I'll bring 2 of these pouches. They've got little windows here on the sides where you can put print cards with all your dope in case one of your ballistic solvers goes down. It's real handy that way. This one has 338 Edge Plus P. This one has my 7 WSM ammo in it. They work really well. I haven't had any problems at all. They don't blow out, the seams, all that stuff. The buckles have worked for a lot of years now. I really like these pouches. Okay, another option is if you hunt with a gun with a magazine, obviously, you just carry an extra magazine. So with my 260, I just carry a couple extra 5-rounders, or I carry 1 extra 5-rounder and a sleeve that looks like this. Or I can carry 20 rounds in one of these pouches. It just depends on how much ammo I want to carry. This one here is really cool. It's an ammo card by Red Tac. It'll hold 20 rounds of ammunition. It's got 10 loops on this side, 10 on the other side. Really cool little setup. They make these for a 338 Lapua in case you want to get a bigger case. You can stuff 338 Edge cases in here as well as WSM cases. They'll fit. Okay, another little piece of gear I keep. Usually I keep this up inside of the lid on my pack. Is a simple Gerber saw pruner combo. I'll tell you what, this thing is handy. I've used this more than any other tool, I think. in the woods other than my shooting gear. You can cut a center pole for your tarp or your tent or whatever. You can make a meat pole. You can cut a shooting position out. You can cut brush out of the way. You can cut firewood if you have a kid with you. Just send them with the saw and say, here, go cut me a stack of firewood. Works really well. I haven't broken. I have 3 of these. I have one in a truck. I have 2 in packs, and I haven't broken one of these yet. Has a pruner, and it's kind of a compounding ratchet thing. Works really well. You can cut just about anything that I run into, at least, up to about 1/2 inch diameter with this. Works really well. And again, I haven't broken one yet, which surprises me because it feels like it ought to break, but it hasn't yet. I've had a lot of use out of these. Okay, the last thing I'll talk about are a couple of options of electronic hearing protectors that I tried this year. This first pair here is a Brownell set. Jessica actually won these at a shoot this spring. They've worked very well. They have independent switches, so you can turn each side off independently. They worked really well. They're a little bulky, and they don't quite fold down like those shotgunners do in your pack, but for the money, they work pretty well. The other one is a Tactical 100. This is the Peltor model. The cool thing about these are the battery is right here in the side compartment instead of inside the ear cup like the old 6S's were. They have one switch, so you just turn it on and off. Don't worry about it. We use this a lot during deer season. They fold down, pretty compact. They don't weigh much, and you can plug in a cord and hook it into any kind of like an iPod or an iPhone, and listen to music with these on. Anyway, they worked really well. We use these during deer season. Both kids had them on when they shot their deer, and I was able to just whisper to them and give them, communication as far as how to take the shot and things like that. I really liked using these. Okay, so that does it for episode 2 of What's in My Pack. This was all about the shoot kit. Be sure to subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment area. I think the next episode is going to be all about tripods. Thanks for watching. See you next time.